Ladies and gentlemen, picture this, the golden light of a Latvian afternoon falling gently over the cobbled streets of Riga. The sound of church bells mixes with the hum of city life, and amid it all, King Frederik and Queen Mary of Denmark walk side by side, their visit a living symbol of friendship, respect, and shared European spirit. This wasn't just another royal appearance, this was a journey through Latvia's soul. Now, let's take you there, step by step, through a day that beautifully intertwined diplomacy, remembrance, and culture. Their Majesties began their afternoon at the Cabinet of Ministers, where they were warmly welcomed by Prime Minister Eva Kasilina. The atmosphere was both formal and friendly, as conversations turned to what really connects Denmark and Latvia. They discussed cooperation in trade, green energy, and the importance of regional security, but what stood out most was their shared belief in partnership, one rooted in trust and mutual respect. It was the kind of meeting that reminds us, true diplomacy isn't just written in policy papers, it's built in conversations, eye contact, and understanding. From there, the tone shifted, from politics to memory. Their next stop was the Museum of the Occupation of Latvia, a place that tells a story as powerful as it is painful. Inside, the air feels different, heavier, more reflective. Here, King Frederik and Queen Mary walked through exhibitions showing Latvia's experiences during the Soviet and Nazi occupations. The museum's director, Solvita Viba, spoke passionately about Latvia's long and difficult road to freedom, a freedom regained only in 1991. You could sense that this visit wasn't just a formality. It was a moment of deep respect. A quiet acknowledgement of the resilience of a people who refused to surrender their identity, even in the darkest of times. For the Danish royal couple, it was also personal. Denmark, too, knows what it means to fight for freedom and rebuild with dignity. It was a powerful reminder that history connects nations not only through triumphs but through shared struggles. Then, the mood lifted again, from reflection to inspiration, as their Majesties arrived at the Latvian Academy of Culture. There, young students and artists welcomed them with open smiles, energy, and creativity. The halls buzzed with ideas, of film, theater, dance, and media. Queen Mary, always passionate about the arts, looked truly in her element, engaging with students, asking questions, and appreciating how Latvia invests in its next generation of creative minds. It's in moments like these that royal visits become so much more than ceremony. They become bridges, connecting young artists in Latvia with a wider world of opportunity. And finally, to close the afternoon, King Frederik and Queen Mary stepped out into one of Riga's greatest treasures, the Art Nouveau quarter. Now, if you've ever been to Riga, you'll know what I mean when I say it feels like walking through a dream. The streets, especially Alberta Aiela, are lined with buildings that look like they've come alive. Sweeping curves, grand faces carved into stone, intricate iron balconies, each detail telling a story of the city's creative heart. As the royal couple strolled hand in hand through those streets, the crowd followed with admiration. Cameras clicked, but for a moment, it wasn't about royalty, it was about beauty. About architecture, history, and human imagination, all coming together in a city that proudly shows who it is. And that, really, was the essence of this day in Riga. It wasn't just a schedule of meetings or photo ops. It was a story, one that moved from dialogue to remembrance, from education to art, and from history to hope. King Frederik and Queen Mary didn't just visit Latvia, they connected with it. They listened to its leaders, learned from its past, celebrated its youth, and admired its artistry. This afternoon was a quiet but powerful reminder that when nations meet not only at the political table, but also through culture, empathy, and shared history, they create something far greater than diplomacy. They create friendship. So, as the sun set over Riga that evening, the Danish and Latvian flags waved together in the autumn breeze, and for everyone who witnessed it, the message was clear. Europe's strength lies not just in treaties or trade, but in people, in stories, in memories, and in moments like this. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.